Welcome back. So we're going to go into the last 1v1 now. Chaos Theory look like they're dominating so far.
They are. So yeah, last 1v1, last set. What's going to happen now? China needs to do something. At least take 3 games in a row. That would be great.
Yep, they really would need to take all these games right now because they're so behind. They need to just sweep everyone over the next couple of days. So we'll just see how it goes. I wonder who they're going to put in next, though. Who do you think Benzer? They've been picking Chaos Theory in general. Have been putting out Benzer every single time for the 1v1s. Every single 1v1, he's just completely dominated, regardless of who he's coming against.
Yeah, I mean, safe choice to just choose Benzer, and that's it. He does the job, and that's it. End of the story. Now, you could pick another player, but you would kind of reveal another strategy that you have, and that you could keep for the rest of the competition. So, yeah, I would say Benzer. And yeah, that's right. That's Benzer.
Right, so we have Benzer coming in again against Ock, and we have Miner Band and Tornado Band as well. So 2 really good bands coming out with 2 really strong cards right now. But it looks like potentially maybe the Hog Cycle deck coming out from Benzer with the Earthquake and the Inferno Tower, and Ock is coming out with the Ram Rider deck.
All right, so Benzer went with the Hog EQ deck.
Yep, Hog EQ coming out from Benzer.
Despite having the Inferno Tower nerfed, that's interesting.
Yeah, but I mean, I've seen this deck actually going about a little bit at the moment, especially having that Inferno Tower in it as well. But the problem is, I guess, with the Earthquake, you really need to have maybe a building to get your Hog through to be able to have the Earthquake actually useful in your deck. So, and it doesn't like Ock actually has a building right now.
No, he doesn't. But he has the Ram Rider, that can really slow down the Hog Rider.
Yeah. But I guess, I don't know, so maybe out of rotation a little bit right now, because Ock already has used the Ram Rider, Benzer used the Hog Rider afterwards, so I guess he maybe needs to hold on to that Ram Rider to be able to stop the Hog from getting any connections on the tower whatsoever. Right, so the Ram Rider is coming forward, another well-placed Inferno Tower coming down, going to lure the Ram Rider over, not get too much damage done there, but yes, that's slow on the Hog Rider in the end. Pekka should be able to clear this up. And he'll still get 1 shot on the tower.
All right, that was surprising, but hey, why not? Now there's a Pekka on the right-hand side. Just to defend it.
I don't think this Pekka is going to be too hard to clean up. I mean, he's got the skeletons, he's got the cycle to be able to get through to his troops, to be able to stop this. Maybe in the Valkyrie going down to the back last minute, and this should be hopefully an easy clear up for Benzer right now.
The Bandit is going to dash onto the Inferno Tower, but it's not going to do much. And there's another Hog Rider on the right-hand side already.
There we go, Ram Rider being held this time for the Hog Rider. And Hog Rider not getting anything done at all. The huge counters coming in from Hog, the left and right-hand side.
That Valkyrie every time stops everything. That's insane.
That Valkyrie is just huge AoE, so if you place it well, and it just does so much damage. Further tower going down defensively for Benzer again, so they're pretty much even at the moment. I guess Ock is slightly ahead in tower damage, but we're not talking about a huge amount of tower damage here. So Ram Rider going down again. I think with these kind of decks, you do probably find more draws in these kind of decks, just because it's hard to get that connection in with the Ram Rider and the Hog at the same time, especially when you've got buildings like Inferno Tower and Ram Riders to stop the Hog as well.
The Ram Rider is going to connect to the Inferno Tower, but it's going to be taken care of.
Yep, so we got the Hog crew coming with the Valve tanking in the front. So is this going to be able to get through the Earthquake? Is getting a little bit of value down there though. Getting a little bit of chip damage to that Dark Prince and the Ledge Wizard as well. Huge counter coming in for Hog right now.
And the Ram Rider is going to it's not going to connect with the Benzer, however. Will dash, but again that Valkyrie. Again.
Yep. Valkyrie is such a huge tank, and like you say, is massive with its AoE damage as well. So Valkyrie is just one of those cards that are just good all round, in my opinion. I wonder why they're using the Earthquake though. Is it just the cycle through the Earthquake, I assume, just because he knows that his opponent has no buildings, so it's kind of like almost like not a useless card, but it does slow things down, I guess, as well. But it's not one of those kind of great cards in this deck, I guess. So he just cycle through it, I guess.
Oh, the Hog Rider though is going to get 1 swing. Yeah, I mean the Earthquake is not really useful in the matchup really, because as you said, there is no buildings.
Yeah.
And it's a good card. I mean, it's only 3 elixirs, so you can really cycle it. And if you build a good elixir advantage, you can, convert your advantage into damage towers with the Earthquake.
This is what he seems to be doing every single time. Every single time his opponent puts a unit down, you'll just get that little bit of chip damage. You got the shield off of the Dark Prince with the help of the Valkyrie and get a little bit more chip damage on the tower. EQ's not a card I've actually really used much myself, so maybe I need to start using it a bit more. But every single time I seem to use it, I don't come against buildings whatsoever. So, but we've got a big push coming forward here. We've got Ram Rider coming forward as well, charging into the Inferno Tower. Pekka easily getting taken out by that Inferno Dragon every single time. Hawk just can't. He hasn't got a zap. He's got the Electro Wizard, but Electro Wizard was nowhere to be seen there.
And Benzer so far at least put, I don't know, like 3-4 Earthquake, even more onto the tower, and it ends up being, you know, lots of damage. You can see the tower at 400 HP.
It's not going to take too much here, but there's nothing really to... Well, we've got the Ram Riders to stop the Hogs, so I don't think it's going to be able to get too much done there. An Inferno Tower coming in again, going to easily get this defense off, especially with the help of the Snowball as well. But this Pekka coming forward here, Hawk is trying to get a massive push. He needs to get something done right now, otherwise Benzer is going to take another game off of LGD.
Exactly, and here is the Earthquake, here is the Snowball, and that is it. And again, that's, you know, that cycle of the Earthquake was really the way to go.
Yeah, it was just the cycle of the Earthquake every single time. I think even the Inferno Tower played a huge part in it because it got huge value every single time. It got that Pekka down, it got the Baby Dragon down, it got the Ram Rider down because the Electro Wizard was either too far back or just wasn't there to be able to back it up. Yeah,
clearly, I mean, very well played. Again, from Benzer, really, he played perfectly the matchup, and he got also a few swings with the Hog Rider as well. That was not really easy. You know, with the Pekka, as you said, I mean, that's impressive.
That is very impressive. But I think Hawk at the end there were just throwing units down, just giving Benzer way too much value at the end there, and he was just allowing him to use his Earthquake over and over again.
At the same time, you know, he had to.
Yep.
I mean, what could he do? He had to play somehow.
Yep.
So, yeah, I mean, the defense from Benzer was just perfect, and he was just building that advantage and converting it into the Earthquake.
Yeah.
And that was it.
He just didn't have cards like, you need cards like Lightning, you need cards like Zap in the deck to be able to take out the Inferno Tower. If you do not have cards like that, Electro Wizard sometimes isn't enough to be able to get through. You probably should even push it opposite lane because he was pushing it so far over to the left-hand side and pulling them so far over to the left-hand side, the Electro Wizard could not even get a hit in regardless. It needed to be on the left-hand lane instead of the right-hand lane.
Yeah, and again, every time there was that Valkyrie also, you know, every time he needed a tank or something, you know, just to tank for everything and just, you know, have a bit of time to defend. Valkyrie, and that was it. It
was huge cycle though. I mean, he had Skeletons, he had Archers, Barbarian Battles, just really cheap cards to cycle through. Earthquake as well, only 3 Elixir. So he just had this cycle every single time, could get back to his cards every single time. Whereas he had a bit more of a heavier deck there, I think. He couldn't really cycle as fast and out-cycle his opponent, especially Inferno Tower. It's so easy to cycle back to the Inferno Tower when you've got Skeletons and stuff like that in your deck. So it's just, it's just a really hard deck to defend, I think.
Yeah, and it's still a very good deck today. I mean, as we just see. So, indeed.
I want to play that deck, I think, because I think I've seen it a few times. I think even in CRL in general, that Royal Hog EQ deck, and I think it's really the Hog EQ deck. I think it's a really strong deck, so I might even give it a go myself. But we're coming to game 2 now. Benzer 1-0 so far against Hawk.
All right, so we've got an Ice Golem in the back. That's interesting. Goblin Cage. Okay, so that might be a bridge ban for Oak.
Yep, just going back to that comfort deck.
Yeah, Benzer playing the Lava Hound. So strong at the moment.
Yep, so that was a huge play coming out from Hawk on the right-hand side. Battle Ram actually getting pulled towards the Tombstone, so I don't think this Battle Ram push is really going to get much here, so it's not looking good right now. We've still got a full Lava Hound coming down the left-hand side with a Flying Machine behind it as well. I do not know how Hawk is actually going to be able to defend this push right now.
And the Bender is going to dash on the right-hand side, but watch out, there is a massive push on the left.
There's no way, I don't think he can stop this push. We got Flying Machine, we got Baby Dragon, we got everything down there. So Hawk losing his tower within the first minute and 10 seconds of the game, that is definitely not a good idea. But you never know, even at this point, you can still come back in the game. So I wouldn't give up at this point, especially in a tournament this big.
Yeah, I mean, you cannot give up. You know, in such tournaments, you cannot just give up the game. You need to fight until the end. And now Oak is playing the deck we've seen.
Yeah, and this is the deck Benzer was playing.
Yeah.
He's basically just copied Benzer's deck. So we've got the Poison coming down the left-hand side. I don't know if copying your opponent's deck is the best idea because your opponent's probably played it a lot, knows how to defend against it. So Benzer's probably got a good idea of how to actually defend against this deck. Right, so we do have a big push still coming down the right-hand side. Still getting some damage off of the Musketeers. Towers are going low for Benzer on both sides, but we're coming to double elixir now, so all he needs to really do is defend. He doesn't need to go aggressive, but it might be his only option at one point.
Yeah, Benzer just taking his time. He's a bit behind in terms of elixir though, so he really needs to just get that advantage back.
Yep, Musketeer sitting down there as well. Barbarian Barrel coming forward, so just try, Benzer just controlling, just trying to clear up every single push coming out from Orc right now. So that was good poison as well. That's definitely going to get the Musketeers on the left-hand side. Don't know if it's going to be able to fully clear them up, but definitely get some damage on those Musketeers.
He got one.
He got the one back, yep. A big creature coming on the right-hand side again. Flying Machine and maybe Dragon to try and stop this Tombstone going down as well. I like that Tombstone placement. Did it even charge onto the Tombstone? Valram managed to go down before he even reached the Tombstone. But Dark Prince getting a connection to the tower. Get one swing off in the tower, yep. But I don't think it's going to be enough. 12 seconds to go. Hawk really needs to get something done right now to be able to take one of these towers down.
He is trying. He's putting everything he has in hand. But that won't be enough. And again, it will be another victory for Benzer.
Yep. Benzer takes it. Benzer, he's just an amazing player. I need to watch this guy a lot more.
Yeah, I mean, there is nothing else to add, really. I mean, right now, Asia is leading 19-6 for today.
Yep.
That is impressive. We were not expecting this.
How could you come back from that, though? How can you come back?
I don't know.
I think it's
China,
literally almost impossible at this point.
They need to sweep the West tomorrow. Really.
But even then, how many games is there going to be tomorrow? I don't even know if there's enough games. Even if they sweep everyone.
I don't know.
Which is so hard as well because you're coming against such a pro level. How can you do it?
We've seen it yesterday.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, it can happen definitely, but it's just one of those things that just doesn't come about too often. I don't think.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. For now, they need to, at least save the day, win one game in this match.
Yeah, they haven't actually won a match so far. They drew, I think Benzer drew one match, just he had 100 and odd HP in this tower. He drew one match.
That's not a lose.
They haven't taken one. Yeah,
that's not a loss, really. So,
yep, not even
right
dropped
now,
one match.
China is in a really difficult position right now. They need at least to get that last battle, at the very least. Just to save the day.
Yeah. But I think mentality right now, losing every single game against KS3, it's just, it'll be hard to come back. There'll be huge pressure on this last match right now.
Yeah, I don't know how they're going to, what they can do. I don't know, really. And for them, mentally, it's so hard.
And, well, to come against a player like Benzer as well. I mean, Benzer, like you say, having one of the best win rates in the whole CRL. Insane. It's just like you see him, and it's like, what are you supposed to do?
But, I mean, we've seen Elsiup earlier today. Elsiup, who is, the best player of the CRL, all CRL.
Yeah.
And he did not do that well for China. Yeah, so,
could be a bit of pressure,
everything can happen, really.
Could be a little bit of pressure there.
Yeah.
Right, so we're getting into the final game now of today. We have Benzer versus Orc at the moment, and Benzer actually going for the bridge spam deck, so again, another comfort deck, and let's see if he's going to be able to pull this last game off.
And again, Cage Goblin.
Yep, Goblin Cage.
Goblin Cage, so strong.
It is really strong at the moment. It's in more, like you say, you can put it in any deck right now. It's kind of replace your furnaces, it's replace like your goblin huts and just stuff like that as a building itself. But we do have the bandit coming down the right-hand side for Benzer at the moment. Going to get a full charge off the tower and still got a push coming down the left-hand side as well. So huge damage coming out for the start, and huge pressure coming out to the start from Benzer here.
All right, so I think Benzer just went on the classic P.E.K.K.A deck.
Yeah.
Really comfort deck. like no risk at all.
Yep.
That deck is good. Whatever happens.
It looks like, does it look like Ox maybe running a similar deck with his 3 Musketeer bridge spam deck? It does look similar to his last deck, but I'm not entirely sure if he's going to be playing it again.
This
looks similar.
Might be. Oh, that's a golem. Okay.
Right, so Benzer has spent a lot of elixir right now. There is a golem in the field, so he will have this. He does have P.E.K.K.A, so he should be able to easily clear this up regardless of what I think Alt keeps behind this, just because the P.E.K.K.A coming forward here. But the P.E.K.K.A is still maybe going to get a little bit of splash damage to the tower. We're just waiting to see.
Electro is going to slow everything down.
Lightning coming down as well. Going to get
more Electro.
Yep.
And now the golem just onto the tower, getting some swings, exploding as well. And now the golemite, so strong again.
Yeah, I mean, even though the P.E.K.K.A was there chomping on that golem, it's the golem gets to the tower. It just takes so much damage off your tower just by itself, especially with the lightning backing it up as well. But we got huge counter push coming in with the bandit. P.E.K.K.A is still making its way forward. If it gets a swing, does not get that swing in there. Maybe a little bit of an early peck in the back coming out from Benzer here, because it's actually going to go over the bridge as well, forcing to put a Dark Prince down to lure the Baby Dragon on, so there's no more splash damage done to the tower on the left-hand side from Ock. And Golem coming to a P.E.K.K.A here.
Mega Minion to take care of the P.E.K.K.A. Alright, then the Electro, of course, is here.
Power Ram coming down the right-hand side, huge pressure coming out again from Benzer, just counter-pushing from where the opposite lane to where the Golem is.
And Benzer defending perfectly that Golem. It will not even explode onto the tower.
No splash damage whatsoever on that tower. It does get a little bit with the Golemite, but it's not going to be enough. We're going to be coming into overtime soon. And yeah, we'll see how this game finishes out. It's really close, this game. I mean, definitely Ock is ahead on this game. Has put the Golem in front as well, so this could potentially get through to that tower, but P.E.K.K.A going down straight away. Zap going down to the charge coming out from the Dark Prince.
Watch out that Golem. The Golem actually can really get some damage onto the tower. Do not underestimate them.
Yep, Golemites are still really strong, really tanky as well. We've got the snowball coming down. Ock looks like he potentially might take this last match, but lightning could come down. Unless he gets the block on it.
Nope,
just waiting there, yeah.
Still not. We're just
waiting for that lightning to go down, because he knows all he needs to do is lightning. Oh, there we go. Well played from Ock there.
So they are saving the day.
Yeah,
they're taking one game, but really very difficult day for China today.
Yep. So yeah, one game. At least they took one game at the end there. They didn't completely get swept throughout this whole thing. So the Ock managed to actually just pull it off there at the end. But Benzer, again, a really strong player. They played really strong in 2v2 as well, altogether, Chaos City. So Chaos City are looking strong throughout this CRL in general, to be honest. So
they are really. But we are finishing today Asia versus China on a 19-7.
Yep,
that is tough for China.
I don't think they can come back from that. I don't think they can come back from that at all, regardless if they won every single game, I think.
We're going to see tomorrow.
Yep, we're going to have to wait and see.
Yeah, tomorrow is going to be the West versus China. It's going to be interesting, really, and to see how China is going to do after today, what they're going to change, what they're going to do to try and come back tomorrow, because they are going to try, of course.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we'll see. That's going to be interesting.
It will be. I honestly can't wait till tomorrow to see how it all kind of goes tomorrow. So it's going to be amazing, I think. I want to see Benzer playing a little bit more as well. I really like his play style and what he plays and the kind of deck diversity he has as well. He just seems to be dominating every single person every team so far.
Yeah, well, I guess we will see him again in the knockout stage, because I think I'm fairly sure now Asia is going to be qualified for the next stage, right?
Yep.
Now it's going to be either the West or China, and we'll see that tomorrow.
We shall do.
That's going to be great. I cannot wait for it. We have a really great level here at WCG. It's really great to see all the CRL coming together and battling to see which is the best region in the world.
Yep, all players playing live in the studio. Well, here as well.
Just behind us, really.
Yep, they're just literally over there. Yeah. So. But yeah, some amazing matchups today. I like the decks that they're coming out with. It seems to be the similar decks coming over and over again. You got that bridge spam coming in every single time with that P.E.K.K.A.
The bridge spam is such a comfort deck. I mean, bridge spam is powerful, and you know it.
Yeah.
And it is reliable.
Yep. Regardless if you're behind or if you're ahead, bridge spam is definitely the deck they go for. So
that's why we often see it as the second deck played. It's rarely the first game. Like the second game, very often is bridge spam.
Yeah.
Like one version of bridge spam, anyway.
Right, so, I don't know what decks are. Well, we'll see what they actually play tomorrow. I mean, there could be a little bit more. Like you say, this comfort deck with bridge spam seems to go on every single time. But I'd like to see some different decks. What else could they be out there? We haven't seen a lot of graveyard decks in the 1v1s. I think that's one thing. Graveyard has not been in there. Yeah.
We've seen several times it could be played. There is also that double Prince graveyard deck that could come out one day.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, graveyard in general is not that popular.
It's not. It's quite easy to counter, I guess, at the moment. There's loads of different units. It's such a high-cost spell as well. For if you don't get any damage whatsoever, you need to tank down every single time to stop that graveyard as well. So what are you supposed to do?
Yeah, clearly. Now, I think we're going to see some Royal Giant, though.
Giant was definitely dominating for a long time. That Royal Giant Lightning Furnace deck was just dominating every single game. Right, so we got...